Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and this is another episode of Road to Dune. So, some more Dune news came out last week. It's not directly tied into the movie, but it is related to the film. So, this article here I found is by Nerd Stash. So, it looks like we are going to have some new video games coming up in the near future based on Dune. So, I'll go through the article and then kind of give my thoughts on this whole thing. Big news for fans of the science fiction series Dune. Legendary Entertainment and Herbert Properties LLC have reached a licensing agreement with developer Funcom to create video games based on the works of Frank Herbert's Dune. The agreement is for at least 3 games, and it seems they will be headed for both consoles and PCs. Based on Funcom's history, it's not surprising that the first game will apparently be a massive multiplayer online game of some kind. Several of Funcom's previous games have been large open-world MMOs. Funcom has a strong history of working with beloved sci-fi fantasy intellectual properties, including our bestsellers Age of Conan and Conan Exiles. So many of us at Funcom, myself included, are huge fans of Frank Herbert's work, and we are thrilled to have the opportunity to collaborate with Legendary to bring the iconic Dune universe to life for gamers all over the globe. This was said by Funcom CEO. With the highly anticipated Dune movie adaptation currently in production at Legendary, the timing of this agreement makes perfect sense. All companies involved will be looking to increase brand recognition among the masses. It's easy to imagine that we will be seeing a large amount of related merchandise and related products ahead of the film's release next year. It will be interesting to see if these games adapted from the movie or strictly from the books. Dune actually has a pretty rich video game history. 1992's Dune 2 helped formalize the standard for what would become the real-time strategy genre. There have been several other video games based on the franchise, although nothing released since 2001. The Dune universe has some incredibly deep lore that makes it a potential goldmine for video game ideas. Whether or not Funcom can effectively capitalize on that potential waits to be seen. So this is interesting news that they're coming out with some new games for Dune that will be PC and console based, because it's been a long time since there's been any games. So I myself am not a huge gamer, but one of my favorite games of all time is based on Dune, and it's a real-time strategy game. So I just thought I'd take a few minutes here just to kind of look back at some of the games that have come out for Dune in the past. So the first one, of course, was Dune, and this was released in 1992. Now, I've never played this game, but I watched a few videos of other people doing reviews and stuff about it, and it looks like a very interesting game, and it's kind of like a point-and-click game, but it is very goes through the whole story of the game. And from what I can tell, it seems to be based more on the book, from what I've seen of the reviews, than the actual Lynch film. But I never ever played this game. This is a game I didn't even know existed, because I never had a PC. I never got a PC until 2001. Now, then they quickly made a sequel, Dune 2, and this was also released in 1992. And now this was the one that started all the real-time strategy games, like Command and Conquer and stuff like that. And but its gameplay is completely different from Dune 2. And so then the next game that was released for Dune, now this is my favorite game, Dune 2000. Now, this was released in 1998, and I had a copy of this game. The first time I seen it was my brother had it in 2000. I'm not sure how he discovered it or came across it, but once I got my own PC, which was 2001, this is one of the first games I bought, and I played it and played it and played it and played it and played it. And I have it for PlayStation 2 now, but it's just not the same. It doesn't work the same with the PlayStation controller. For me, it works best with a mouse. Like, the whole game is designed for a mouse, and that's the way it should be played. And I just love this game to death. Now, the next Dune game that I had was Emperor Battle for Dune, and this was released in 2001. Now, this one I didn't like as much as Dune 2000. I don't know what it was. There was just something missing. I can't even put my finger on it, but I just couldn't get into it. It could be just that I've played a lot of real-time strategy games. I played Dune 2000 and Red Alert, Command and Conquer, and then Tiberian Sun and all that. So I was kind of getting kind of burned out on that style of gameplay. And now I think this is the last game that was ever released that was based on Dune. And it's Frank Herbert's Dune. And this was released also in 2001. Now, I vaguely remember hearing about this game. I think I seen it somewhere in a gaming magazine, and I remember wanting to play it, but I can't even remember seeing it in stores anywhere. So I never ever played this game, and then it just was one of those games I just forgot about. Now, as far as I know, these games are the only games that have been released for Dune on PC or console or anything. Now, if I'm wrong about that, let me know about any other games that have been released. So if that's true, since 2001, it's been a long time since we had any Dune games. And so it's kind of interesting, you know, for Dune fans, we don't have a lot of merchandise that's based on Frank Herbert's Dune outside the books. Like, we got very little in the way of action figures, and any action figures that are out are all based on the Lynch film. I don't even think they made any Funko Pops out of vinyl pops based on any Dune stuff. And I mean, they've made vinyl pops, Funko Pops of everything. And we haven't had a game or anything in a long time. So just outside the books and the miniseries and the one movie, we've gotten a few board games, but it's like it's kind of, if you're a Dune fan, you don't have the kind of merchandise that the Star Wars fans have, or Star Trek fans, especially Star Wars fans. There's so much Star Wars merchandise out there. There's everything you can think of with Star Wars slapped on it. So any kind of thing comes out with Dune at all, I'm always excited for it, because it's just very scarce that there is any type of Dune merchandise. So I'm excited to see what kind of games they come out with, and see which platforms they come out for, and what the PC games will be like and stuff like that, and if they'll be based on the books or the movie. It'll be cool to see. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.